for the month of December, we have been exploring the theme of peace. And I have been encouraging us to sit in a way, an intentional posture, where we can cultivate sada, which means heart-led. And so as you're sitting in your practice today, bring your attention to your shoulders so that they are rolled back slightly, so that you can really feel as if the heart of you is forward, leading you. And the reason why we're trying to cultivate this heart-led approach is because peace is a state of heart-mind. It's a state of mind that is logical and clear and pragmatic, but it's also a state of heart, which is open, curious, soft. And together, the heart-mind is what enables us to journey the Noble Eightfold Path and to have our whole being move and breathe in such a way that we stay motivated by our intentions, our understanding, our actions, our speech, our effort, our mindfulness, our livelihood, and our capacity to concentrate. And as we slowly begin to shift our relationship to habit energy, those qualities of the Noble Eightfold Path begin to shine brighter. And they reinforce the heart-mind, what we feel, what we know, how we can move forward, curious, open, full of ease and compassion, calm, tranquil, ordered, serene. I've been sharing with the community some synonyms for the word peace. Words like tranquil, quiet, calm, order, ease, serene. I've also yesterday brought forward that for us to really understand these synonyms, that the depth of the word peace with all of its synonyms, we also have to bring forward its antonyms, its opposites. Because to live a heart-led life, we have to be willing to balance both opposites, the things that we judge to be positive and the things that we judge to be negative, and to be heart-led enough that we can feel neutral about both, so that in that neutrality they come together, they coalesce, they bring something new forward, and that new thing is peace. Yesterday I shared one of my favorite sayings from Thich Nhat Hanh, which is, there is no way to happiness. Happiness is the way. And you can insert any word and it remains true. There is no way to peace. Peace is the way. There is no way to anger. Anger is the way. There is no way to ease. Ease is the way. There is no way to confusion. Confusion is the way. You get it. And so the invitation today is to cultivate enough groundedness in the body, enough centeredness in the body, by leading with the heart, that we can observe ourselves wobbling from a peaceful state to a confused state, a calm mind to a chaotic mind. And it's not about rejecting the chaotic mind. It's not about trying to get rid of the chaotic mind. It's about understanding it with such a friendly curiosity that it makes way for clarity. When we're working with a confused, chaotic mind, if we can sit with it, if we can look at it with a friendly, respectful manner, the hard tightening, the way we turn inward on ourselves begins to soften. If you can see me, my shoulders are hunched in. And if I can just soften a little bit, my posture automatically opens up and the heart starts to come forward. And in that process, clarity naturally occurs. And from that clarity, gently infusing the spaces of chaos and confusion, what begins to emerge is a sense of peace. But we can't experience this, friends, if the mind is muddied and murky with intoxicants. It's one of the reasons why we have that as a precept, to really look at the way we ingest and misuse intoxicants. And we really endeavor to minimize their effects because it inhibits that whole process of friendly looking, of curious looking, and then infusing our experience with wisdom. As you continue to breathe, as you continue to allow your body and its trillions of cells to receive this meditation, bring your gentle awareness to the resting posture of your hands. And if you're driving, please keep your hands on the wheel. If you're out working, you don't have to and can't pause for this, that's okay too. Just maybe plant this seed in the back of your mind for later to play with and practice. But I'd like you to put your hands into a mudra, a hand posture, that is intentionally designed to energetically create peace. In this instance, it's actually a posture that really is all about integrating serenity. And it's a very simple hand mudra. Left hand palm is up, right hand palm is on top, and then the fingers, the thumbs are touching, so you make kind of an oval. You can do it in a diamond shape if you want. And then you place that hand posture, let it rest on your lap so that your thumbs are just below your navel. Now, I'll be perfectly honest with you. This posture for me is not particularly natural. I grew up in a Catholic practice where my fingers were often interlaced. So I find what I do with this mudra is interlace my fingers. And that feels more natural to me. But every once in a while, I allow my hands to form this classic hand mudra. You'll see it a lot in Buddhist statues. And the circle that you create with your thumb in this hand posture is really meant to be a spiraling energy of serenity. It integrates the dual nature of the body, the left side, the right side, coming together at the center. So put your hands in that posture if you feel so inclined, and just notice. And then maybe allow the beautiful mantra of Thich Nhat Hanh to settle. There is no way to peace. Peace is not something we strive for. It's not something to be achieved. It's not at the top of the mountain that we must endeavor to climb and summit and then arrive and go, here it is. And I think most of us know this intellectually. We know it. But in the heart, there's something awry in the feeling of it. Like, I know it's not the goal. I know it's not something I have to work so hard for. It's something that I already have, but why does it feel like I need to be more motivated and I need to achieve this? And I think it's because there isn't a whole lot of spiritual modeling in our Western culture that teaches us how to come into the heart, how to come into the feeling tone of, if it isn't a goal out there for me to be achieved and it's already within me, well, how do I get to that? How do I allow that to come forward? And that is the question, isn't it? There is no way to peace. Peace is the way. For me, one of the most obvious and immediate inhibitors to my peace, the peace that is within me all the way, the peace that I already possess that can either enhance my movement or inhibit it, the number one place for me is the way I talk to myself. And the way I talk to myself, I can be incredibly biting, harsh, militant. But I can also be a little bit too cheerleadery, like a little too enthusiastic. Both are distortions, by the way. So on the one hand, I'm really negating myself and I'm really knocking myself down. But on the other side of things, I can almost be too affirming. You can do it. You can do it, Julia. But I'm totally disregarding that part of me that doesn't feel like I can do it. So the cheerleader in me that's working really hard to get myself motivated, that part of my personality feels a little insincere. So the goal is to recognize that both of those aspects are alive and well in me. And my job, my spiritual effort, is to almost hold them one in each hand, the super negative, the super positive, and pretend they're like weights on a scale. And my job is to balance it. And when I do, just notice my posture here. My shoulders are back, my hands are up here, balanced, weighted, harmonized. And look what's forward, my heart. Because I'm a combination of both of these things. The truth of me is a little bit of both. There are times where I feel pretty worthless, pretty small. And there are times where I feel like I am the cat's meow. And somewhere in between that is who I really am. Somewhere in between that is the peace that allows me to go into this day with great ease. There is no way to peace. Peace is the way. Start by making peace within. Breathing in. Peace be with you. Breathing out. Peace be with me. Breathing in. Peace be with you. Breathing out. Peace be with me. Breathing in. Peace be with me. And breathing out. Peace be with you. Thank you, friends. Alrighty, friends. Let's come back. See how that landed for everybody today. I'd like to share with you a quick book, Pieces Every Step by Thich Nhat Hanh. If this is not part of your library, I encourage you to make this part of your library, Pieces Every Step. And I'll tell you that I first was introduced to this book in 1992, and it changed my life completely. So, and this is a wonderful, wonderful book. Peace is every step. about. Alrighty, let's go ahead and end our practice today with a dedication of merit. In the Buddhist tradition, it is said that as human beings able to practice the Dharma, we have this enormously positive karma as a result. To be able to have had this precious human life. And within this precious human life, we all, each of us, possess 3 jewels. The Buddha as the awakened one who already lives within us. The Dharma, this wisdom that has existed since beginningless time. It's already within you. What isn't is the Sangha, the community of wise friends. And yet we are all interconnected. We we all share the same experiences as human beings. So let's end our practice today bowing to the 3 jewels. And the chant is Namo. And I'll just chant it 1 time. And if you know this chant, you can join me. It's very, very easy. The word Namo means with a wide open heart, I bow. And it goes like this. I'm going to put my hands in prayer posture. If that's comfortable for you, you can do the same. Taking a big breath in. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Dharmaya. Namo Sanghaya. To the sacredness of your journeys, I bow deeply, Buddhas to be. Thank you, friends. Namaste.
Bye, everyone.